Hello and welcome back, and in this video we're going to be talking about child view alignment in LazyVStack. So just like your VStack, LazyVStack supports alignment for the child views with just a little difference. Because LazyVStack takes the entire width provided by the parent, the alignment is more apparent. Okay, so you don't have to do anything extra in order to make your alignment work. Let's go ahead and take a look at an example, and we're going to put both VStack and LazyVStack against each other, see how they are different in behavior. Okay, so we're going to create our example number 3. Let's go ahead and call example number 3 so we can see what's going on in the preview. And what we're going to do is we're going to first create a state property, because we want to basically use the alignment, and we're going to create an alignment property of state type, and we're going to animate over the alignment changes. Okay, so we're going to create our state. Horizontal alignment, and we're gonna by default set it to center. Okay, now VStack always takes horizontal alignment because things are aligned horizontally and laid out in a vertical fashion. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna create our VStack example. So actually first we're gonna have the parent level VStack, then we're gonna have a text which is gonna say this is a VStack. You're gonna make this bold and large title for the font. Then we're gonna create our VStack with the alignment value, and we're gonna pass our alignment prop into this. Okay, we're gonna create 3 capsules. Alright, so we're going to create 3 capsules for VStack, and then we're going to add some padding. And also an animation modifier, ease in and out over the value of alignment prop. Okay, now we're going to copy this example, or this code, and paste it to create a LazyVStack version. Alright, so LazyVStack is gonna have a lazy version of the VStack, and as you can see now, the VStack in the horizontal space is showing a different behavior. Now what VStack is basically doing is basically saying that it wants to take as much space as possible in the vertical direction, because LazyVStack renders its content only for that much space, whatever it needs. Okay, so the behavior is quite different from what you see in the horizontal space for the VStack and LazyVStack. It's quite opposite. Okay, now let's go ahead and control this behavior by putting a frame for all the capsules. Okay, so we're gonna say frame, and we're gonna give all the capsules basically width and height. Okay, so I'm gonna start with basically 200 and 300. So all 3 of them, missing a colon here, So all three of them, they're going to have different width and height. Now we're going to do something similar for our LazyVStack. But let's keep all the width and height as actually let's lower it down. Okay, let's do 50, 100 and 150. Okay, so one of the things that you're gonna notice that right now, if we apply the animation over these two, the views, look at the behavior. I'm not going to tell you right now. Look at the behavior, like, you know, how things actually work. So and then we're going to talk about it, like, you know, why it is like that. Okay, so let me collapse these. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to basically create an H stack with 3 buttons, which is going to help us toggle between different values for the alignment. Okay, so we're going to have button, which is going to set the alignment prop to a leading direction. Then we're going to have trailing and bottom. So let's do center, and let's do trailing. All right, so with those and we already have, like, you know, animations ready to go, let's go ahead and try this out. So I'm going to set leading, and notice the behavior of VStack versus LazyVStack. So if you notice, the only 2 views that are moving on VStack are these 2, and this is the view that stays still. Okay, so it doesn't move. The reason is because VStack takes only the space needed to render its content in horizontal space. This essentially becomes the width of the VStack. So if I select the VStack right here, you can see the width of the VStack is limited by this biggest capsule that we have created. Now in case of the LazyVStack, it doesn't matter how big the content is. It actually has the property or the behavior of taking over rest of the horizontal space, or, like, you know, all the horizontal space that is provided, which is why it's relatively easy to actually create this kind of view and animate that, where all the views are animating basically to match the behavior. All right, so this is a big difference, and reason it's important to know, because when you're using LazyVStack or VStack in your examples, you may run into a situation where you want to achieve this kind of animation, but you're actually seeing this kind of animation. So you may want to, like, you know, swap out the way you're building your layout in order to use the VStack or LazyVStack, or whichever fits the correct situation, whichever fits the situation. All right, with that, we have reached the end of this video. In the next video, we're going to continue to explore a little bit more about LazyVStack. So I'll see you guys there. Thank you.